All right, so we forgot to do an intro this week, and we just kind of started recording because it was an interesting conversation, and we just wanted to let you know who was in this one. So it's me, Matt. We got Hunter.
What's up?
We got Caleb.
Hey.
We got Daniel.
Daniel Dithor.
We just want to let you know because we forgot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're also going to be talking about Oscars, who our picks are. We get into anime for a little bit. What else?
Actors, actresses.
A lot of movie stuff this week.
Yeah.
Drugs.
It's a big Oscars podcast, if you guys are into
Well,
that.
of course.
Culture.
We did get in the culture. That got really intense.
Yeah, it was good conversation, guys. One of the best podcasts yet.
Yeah, one of the... So...
Oh, we also threw out thanks to you guys
in.
a bunch again.
So, before we let you go...
All 36 of you.
Leave shit in the comments and we'll answer it next time.
You kids have fun up there.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know if I want to watch Nebraska because it might make me sad. It looks like it's like one of those things that like unexpected side effect of that movie. You feel a little off because you watch some really old guy get screwed over by his family because he makes a bunch of money.
Just started recording.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we were having a good conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt.
I had a feeling you did for some reason.
Of course he did. But I mean, I feel like his biggest competition is 12 Years a Slave.
That guy?
I don't want to say his name. Chiwetel
I don't know how to say it.
Ejiofor.
First of all,
I wasn't even attempted.
if we're talking about strict acting, that guy did a fucking fantastic
It's
job.
what we're
He
talking
did,
about.
but was his character harder to play than Leonardo DiCaprio's character? I think he did as best as you can do for that character that he was playing, but Leonardo DiCaprio still, I think, had the better acting overall.
His acting was from here to here, like on so many different levels.
Right.
The whole he was fucked up at one point, and then he had to play like a serious part, and then he was back to being like fucking goofy, and it was just literally all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
that song sums it up.
but like, I think that the 12 Years a Slave guy did the best he possibly could have, you know what I mean?
He still did.
The best that his role could have allowed, but Leonardo DiCaprio's role allowed for like him to do as phenomenal as he did, and I think he got it because of that, you know?
12 Years a Slave was really good. It was really good as a movie. But the thing is, emotion level for me, which, I don't know, I'm different. It was just kind of...
I can understand that.
you know, like, it was just like a very linear story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was...
What are the best pictures? Are these the best pictures
We
right
got
here?
American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, Her, Nebraska, Philomena, 12 Years a Slave, and Wolf of Wall Street.
So, Captain Phillips, they did get a little recognition.
Yeah, it got something, but it didn't get like the thing that people
What do you pick out of those?
I pick Her, but...
I pick Her strictly because of originality.
When I'm talking about Best Picture...
I mean, that
Best
one just got me
movie
so much.
all around. You're talking about shots, editing, acting,
new story, or original story.
just best movie of the year.
Emotional response.
Emotional response.
I mean, all of those things were Her for me.
Yeah, I loved Her. Her was my favorite movie of the year.
I don't think it's.
But if I was gonna guess what was going to win, I would guess something else. Like 12 Years a Slave is a typical let's suck the dick of the Oscar like Academy.
If that won, I would honestly say I'd be disappointed.
12 Years a Slave?
Yeah, because it you know, it's...
I feel like Dallas Buyers Club might actually win.
Have you anyone else watch?
You know, I think that's one of the movies that the Oscars suck the dick of. It's just like they love shit like that for some reason.
I mean, it is really fucking out of the ordinary. And fucking Jared Leto's character, and I mean...
It's somewhat out of the ordinary, but, like, it's out of the ordinary in a cliche way. Like, it's about the gay community and AIDS in the 80s when they were very, like, you know...
I still need to watch
prejudiced.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
In Texas, so it was a lot of prejudice, and, like, I feel like it's out of the ordinary for, like, a huge picture, but I feel like it's been done in, like, a lot of smaller, like, maybe indie pictures and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like that type of theme, sort of, you know?
Yeah, makes sense. But I mean, I still feel like that would be the one I think is gonna win. But my choice is Her.
if out of this list, what is your least favorite that you guys have seen?
I have no
That
idea
we've
what
seen?
Phenomena.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can't even judge Phenomena because we've never even seen it. That I've seen. Ooh.
Yeah, right.
Okay, this is going to be taken out of context if I don't say it. I've seen American Hustle, Dallas Buyers Club, Her, 12 Years a Slave, and Wolf of Wall Street, and my least favorite was American Hustle, but that's because of the other four being very good to me, like in my opinion.
I've seen American Hustle, part of Captain Phillips, Gravity, Her, 12 Years a Slave, and The Wolf of Wall Street. And if I was going to pick a least favorite by guessing, and this is totally just bullshit, I haven't seen the whole movie but Captain Phillips. I guess I've only seen the beginning, so that's dumb.
I only saw the beginning too. It wasn't reeling me in.
I was about to say-
I wasn't hooked.
See, but I think the thing is with a good movie,
I fell
it
asleep.
has to hook you within like the first 15 minutes. With Her, I was completely hooked within the first 15 minutes.
That's true.
The Wolf of Wall Street started like fucking
Intense.
crazy.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Wolf won it.
I was about to say, but yeah, even on my, I was hooked on Her and Wolf of Wall Street, and I guess from the like trailers.
Okay, The Wolf of Wall Street, the rich dude, the drugs, the partying, the money. It's been done before, but it's never been done to the point where I was that attached to that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
I was that reeled in, and they were getting emotional responses out of me, whether it was just getting pumped in a scene, or sometimes being like, whoa, he is pissed right now, like kind of like getting it on edge because he was on edge.
Yeah.
Like, they were getting emotional response
Oh
from
yeah.
me.
I mean, even the small scene that Matthew McConaughey had has like pumped us all up. We were all watched it together, and we were just like, So like just as having that emotional response where we all get pumped at the same time at like each moment like that, I think that movie would be my choice to win an Oscar, even though Her was my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, I agree. If Her won, though, I think it's going to win its category in Best Screenplay, Original Screenplay.
I mean, and
it's
it won
going to.
for
Yeah.
Golden.
There's
It
no
won
competition.
screenplay for Golden Globe.
There's no competition.
Because when it comes to
original
screenplay, it's definitely the most original, I think.
The only competition that I would be pissed off if it won because completely would disagree would be American Hustle.
I can't even believe it's in Original Screenplay, because
It's not a book, is it? I mean,
but is it? I thought, was it not based off of any? It's not off
No,
a true
it's fake.
story or anything. Okay.
what do you think?
Well, I still liked Her better than.
We need to
American
watch
Hustle.
Nebraska.
Yeah, me too.
It's on like everything.
Is Nebraska that black and white movie?
No, Nebraska has that really old dude. He wins like a bunch of money.
Yeah,
It's really
it's shot
old.
in only black and white.
Oh, is it only in black and white?
Yeah.
Colorblind.
I
Just
think-
kidding. That doesn't count here.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'm just stupid.
See? Look,
Yeah.
it's only black and white.
Oh.
I mean, that it does not draw me in whatsoever.
I don't
But
know, it looked interesting whenever I saw it. But I mean, again, you guys were saying the emotional response from American Hustle. I still feel like emotionally at the end of Her, after we saw it, Kevin described it the best. Literally emotionally like paralyzed.
yeah,
We just kind of sat there and were just like,
literally everyone left in the movie. It's just me, Kevin Hunter, just sitting there, just like
wow.
See, and
just
we did the
being
same. We did the
drowned
same
in
thing
emotion.
whenever we saw it. We just kind of sat there and we were just like, that.
They ended it so well too, leaving that long fade out.
Yeah.
That really long one. It was
Yeah.
ended perfectly for you to do that.
Just
you know what I
think
mean?
about
like-
what you just
Like it was like,
watched.
and then it leaves it black for a long time before the credits come on, and you just. It
And-
like does it to you.
And
too.
the two
Like-
movies that we keep talking about this year that we cannot stop talking about are Wolf of Wall Street and Her. Those are the two movies, and that's what I think makes a great movie. Something that we keep talking about and keep thinking about.
Those are definitely my two favorite movies. I know I told you I liked American Hustle, but I've been thinking about it and what we were just talking about. What got me to realize that Wolf was my favorite.
You're still thinking about it.
Is I was still thinking about it, like laughing to myself about some scenes, like, huh,
Right?
that was a funny
you
scene.
think about it, it's just like,
Like-
oh shit.
I was like, okay, yeah, Wolf did give me more than.
For instance, if someone was to walk in right now and be like, I really want to watch Wolf of Wall Street, I would be like, okay, it's only been a week, and I would just be like, yeah, sure, I'll watch it with you. Or Her. I would still be like, I actually want to watch that again.
I do
I
want
do
to watch
too.
Her again.
So,
When it comes to
if someone was
gravity,
like, I want to watch American Hustle, not it.
when it comes to Gravity, it was a great movie, stunning visuals.
Yeah.
Stunning, absolutely stunning visuals. But does it really match up to what is also nominated? Like, let's be honest.
No,
Does
it's
it really-
not, I mean, it was a great movie. It was great. I enjoyed it, but I don't think Sandra Bullock's going to win an Oscar.
Is she even
for it.
nominated?
Yeah, she's nominated, but I think Amy Adams beats out Sandra Bullock.
For sure.
Because
Absolutely.
she acted her ass off, like with like 3 different accents, like in the same scene that one time, like when
Oh
they
my
were
god,
in the,
yeah.
Oh my god, like it was just crazy. Thinking about
I was
that.
about to say, but
Dude.
still, we haven't seen any of the other ones.
Not
so-
only just
No, we haven't.
props to the work ethic of Amy Adams. Like 4 films this year.
Yeah.
4 big ones, like big names. Like
It's crazy.
yeah.
And she played a damn good job in her. I mean, she didn't have the biggest role, but she did what she was supposed to in the movie. In
Completely.
American Hustle, she blew me away.
Yeah.
Babe. I just want to say that. Babe.
Babe.
And then just her whole persona of who she was supposed to be as a character just was spot on. Just like that scene Matt's talking about when she just flipped back and forth from accents like that. And then you get to the point where you even forget what's her real accent. And then you're just like, she starts talking normal again. And you're just like, whoa.
Can
And
I be
then-
blunt right here? Weren't you guys like stoned off your asses when you saw Gravity?
No, I wasn't.
No.
No.
Oh, wait, Gravity. Oh, yes. Yes, I was.
Honestly, like if
was,
I ever watch a movie, if I ever watch a movie for the first time, and I'm like super stoned, I don't really know what I feel about it because I'm like, I mean, it was crazy. Like,
I mean, that movie
they're
was
always
just
crazy.
That
still
movie was
remember
just a
that.
crazy, like, idea in the first place. Just like, even if you weren't and you were just there watching it, I still feel like you would have been like, whoa.
That was also one of those movies that you needed sound for. You don't need to be in a like just a home theater, just watching it on a like laptop.
Right, right. The whole movie theater just did it for me. I will say being high just added to the experience. I wouldn't say it took anything away. I was... I have to
Are
say
there
it.
rules? That's why I'm
No,
like,
no rules.
are we?
There's no rules.
Yeah,
If we
well,
can talk about drinking, we can talk about
My
getting
little
stoned.
brother does listen to the podcast.
Well, he knows your friends smoke weed. Legalize
Apparently
it.
not.
Legalize
Listen,
it.
Michael, right? 100% honesty. Matt does not smoke weed. 100% honesty right there.
But we do.
Okay, I feel like we should just stop while we're ahead.
Okay. I will say weed added to the movie. I'm just going to say it. It did. It was an experience I'll never forget.
I will also say that you should not smoke weed until you're like 19 years old. Ever.
Or unless it's legal.
I don't think we're very impressionable. I don't think someone's gonna be like, they smoke weed, I'm smoking it.
Dude, 36 people watched our last video.
Hey,
I
that's
mean, who
36
knows?
people we could influence.
Hey, if,
But maybe they'll wait till they're 19.
just think of it as a gift rather than a. Just kidding, just kidding.
I was gonna say, but we should actually thank those 36 people for taking the
Yeah,
time.
thank
I mean,
you, 36 people.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this again,
Keep it up. We
why?
love you. Why we don't
Cool,
know,
cool,
but we
that's
love
cool.
it. We love it, and we,
We love
appreciate
it.
it.
Give us some topics. You don't have to. Just, if you do,
Feel free.
what do you guys want to hear us ramble
comment
about?
on this. Comment next time. See
But-
what you want.
But can we talk about Stay? we've been talking about our favorite movies in class, and I just keep talking about it to people, and it's making me want to watch it.
Yeah.
Stay.
Stay. It's got.
Ryan Gosling, Ewan McGregor, Naomi Watts.
Now that movie is a movie that I watched it once not high, and this time. Just kidding.
I
I'm
mean,
done.
but like
I
I've been
really-
talking about it. I'm just like, I really want to watch that movie again because
No,
it
that
was
movie's great.
incredible.
It's great.
I don't think I've heard the name Stay.
I talk about it a lot.
Have
Yeah.
I seen it?
It's,
I don't know.
It's
It
in
has-
me and Hunter's top 5.
It's my like number one.
Yeah, I mean,
it's my number one. I'll say it.
It's good.
It's one of those great movies, like beautifully shot, greatly acted. Like there's a couple parts where it's like what, but it's
You have to pay attention.
the story
to it.
is so good.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
We should watch it.
I'll watch it.
we should watch it. I had never seen it. I watched it like last year or something like that, and I was like, how have I never heard of this before?
I don't know how I never heard of it until I bought it and was like, I am gonna watch it because I love all three of these actors. But I've never read the little tagline down here. You can't stay between the living and the dead.
Ooh, what does
Yeah,
that
see,
mean?
I read the tagline after a third watch of the movie, and I was like, oh shit.
That movie, if you pay attention to it, like details of like the extra characters, just like what they're saying, and like you're just like, what? And then at the very end, it literally puts everything together, and you're just like,
Like within the
Oh.
last 5 minutes, it's amazing.
and it just blows your mind. And I mean, the rating on IMDb is really upsetting. It's not as high as I feel like it should be.
Yeah, it's only like a
Everyone's a critic.
6.9.
Everyone's a critic.
I mean,
They
but
are.
the biggest thing about it is the transitions between scenes. The coolest one in there is there's a character, I don't remember who it was, but he's walking down like next to a train track, and you see like all the street lamps and stuff. And the way the shot is set up, it literally transitions into where you see a bridge, and it's just so amazingly done. It draws you in. They do that so many times throughout the movie too. It blows me away, and it still makes me like, oh shit, like every time. Just like in my head, I'm just like, that was fucking amazing just to see.
And the problem with Stay is like that was like that guy's one of his first movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it wasn't his first. It wasn't one of his first movies because like he went from doing like big stuff like Monsters Ball and Finding Neverland, which was
Yeah.
nominated for an Oscar, and then he went to Stay, and that nobody had heard of. Nobody's heard of that movie, even though there's big name people in it. And then he went to Stranger Than Fiction, Kite Runner, James Bond,
I got very good reviews.
This guy has done.
and then World
A
War
lot of
Z
good
is his
stuff.
most recent.
I enjoy.
But none of those things are alike. I
No.
can't compare those.
No,
Kite Runner got really good reviews.
I was about to say anything. I was about to say pretty much. I don't. What was his first movie? What was his first big movie?
I want to say Monsters Ball is his first big one that I've heard of.
You get to see what's her name? What's the actress's name in that movie?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry's boobs in that
Yep.
movie.
Yeah.
Rad.
Yeah.
I was about to say, but yeah, everything out. Like you have Monster Balls, Monster Ball, Finding Neverland, Stay, Stranger Than Fiction, The Kite Runner, Quantum Solace. I have never seen The Machine Gun Preacher,
Yeah,
but World War Z. All of those movies are very good movies.
Was Ryan Gosling wasn't really a thing in 2005 though, was he? I mean, he wasn't like a.
He
thing,
I
wasn't
don't
like
know.
he wasn't what he is now.
No, he
obviously.
When he, I mean, did he have the Notebook under his belt at that
I
point?
think
I want
he
to say
had.
so. Yeah.
But that was probably about it.
Yeah.
Really?
I want to say so.
You know who I like, and I feel like I understand why he might be a little underrated, because I can't think of any huge, great movies that he's done, or anything really great that he's done, but I have a little man crush on him. Jude Law. I got a man crush on
dude,
Jude Law hard.
I
I don't know
just-
what it is about
I
him.
recently watched
Jude
the
Law is good.
the newest Sherlock Holmes movie, and he
Game of
plays
Shadows.
Watson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
He
that's
is a
a,
good Watson.
solid movie.
No, I like both of them a lot, but I don't like highly recommend them to people because I feel like there might be some like little like weird niche that I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, a little,
it's
little
just
thing I fall into. That's the reason why I like them so much.
Yeah.
So I would like understand if someone was like, "It was an alright movie."
Like
I totally
there's
understand.
certain scenes in that movie that make that movie great to me. Like
Yeah.
the scene that when they're running through the forest after like when they're getting chased and like then they have like the big like the giant cannon like chopping down trees basically when it's shooting at them.
Yeah.
And it's all in slow motion. That makes the entire movie for me because I thought it was so good.
Who was
But-
that actor in 12 Years a Slave? The supporting actor?
Michael Fassbender.
He's like the done the X-Men, right?
Yeah,
The Origins one.
yeah, he was Magneto.
And then he was also in Inglourious Bastards, I think, is
Mhm.
where we really first
Yeah.
saw him, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
good
in
with
that.
faces.
He did great in that movie because I think his accent, he has an English accent.
Oh really?
He's,
Yeah.
No, he's
That's-
German.
Is he German?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you sure? How positive are you?
Look at the screen.
I'm looking at the screen right now.
Was born Germany.
Born in Germany.
Irish mother.
Adele.
He is based in London,
he's based in
England,
London,
and is
England.
known for his roles in the films *Inglourious Bastards*, *X-Men: First Class*, and *12 Years a Slave*. All the movies. So yeah, he does have an English accent because I knew that because Quentin Tarantino, when he was hiring people, if he hired an English person, he made sure they had an English accent.
And that's
naturally, if he hired a German
I
person,
really liked that too.
right. So
Yeah.
but in 12 Years a Slave, he had a believable Southern. It wasn't too deep. It was just natural Southern accent to where you could never tell like that he was. And I just bravo.
Am I wrong in being really impressed by Hugh Laurie's
Little
English
thing?
accent?
No,
The
Hugh
House?
Laurie's
Or House
English
Name?
accent is one of the best that I've
I mean,
ever
not
heard.
English. I mean American accent.
Yeah, American accent.
Because
Yeah.
when the season or the grand finale came out, he had this like long monologue, like almost like it was a little prequel or introduction to the show where it was just him talking, and I mean his voice is like deep. And is it Australian or is it English?
I think it's English, but it's like a Scottish accent or something.
Yeah, it's like heavy. It's thick,
Yeah, it's really thick.
and it's really deep too
And
compared to like his accent in the show.
He was in one of those movies, like it was Monsters vs. Aliens, and he was one of the like alien things.
Oh,
I never
really?
saw that.
Yeah,
movie.
and you can hear it, and then I looked up I looked up one time like who was in that movie, and Hugh Laurie it's his actual accent, and in the movie, and that's why I never didn't recognize him. I was like, that's a crazy accent though, and that's his real accent.
Maybe it's because in House he's supposed to be really smart, so he's like very articulate American. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really impressive because he's like articulating everything perfectly with like an American accent
Right.
versus like an English accent for the most part.
Do you guys think that the English does a better job at portraying an American accent, or you think American accents could just do
Throw me
English
some-
accents just as well? I don't know.
Throw me some.
Okay.
No. English actors can do way better than
I think it's because it's more Hollywood is so big. It's more like of a job requirement for them to be able to do an American accent.
I think that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was about to say you see the actors from The Walking Dead,
Right.
both Rick and Maggie.
And they
the
do.
actors have heavy English accents,
Right.
and they have like Southern accents too, and they're both. You wouldn't be able to tell. You hear them talking in English after you watch the show, and you're just like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting that."
English accents are so varying from like how we have like Minnesota, which is crazy to me. Like hearing Minnesota people talk, I'm like, I forgot you guys existed. You're like aliens.
I
So
mean,
to California, who's just plain ass like how I talk, probably closer to how I talk, to like fucking like southern ass Georgia and shit.
Well,
You know?
they
Yeah.
have the whole high end English, like
Like here, listen to my grandma speak.
Before Christmas. Hi Taylor, it's Nanny. I just called to see how you are and how you're doing at school, and just to tell you I love you, and if I don't talk to you before Christmas, Merry Christmas, dear.
She's like very proper.
that was like
yeah,
storybook.
She's like
Yeah,
she's like
that's-
extremely
I
proper.
want her to read me a book. Like I want her to
and
read me a
her
bedtime
mom
story.
was extremely proper, but they're from Wales, and I think that they're supposed to have like thicker accents.
That sounded like more of like an Irish English accent.
No,
Almost.
Irish sounds way different.
Like,
That-
just
that
like
that does sound like
mixture
that's a very
there.
Welsh accent.
Is it?
Yeah,
But then like there's like Cockney or whatever it is,
Yeah,
and
there's
that's
Cockney,
fucking
which
like
is
I
like-
don't even know what they're saying. Like,
Yeah, that's like the dirty, just
Like
it's just nah.
there
like,
he is. He has it.
blimey, mate, blimey, mate.
We're terrible.
Point proven right there.
English are better at portraying American.
Because we're a bunch of.
But then
dumbasses.
again, you see Harry Potter. None of those actors and actresses really do a phenomenal job at doing.
No,
English
but-
accents.
how was Emma Watson's
there's
English
an-
accent in Perks of Being
in
Wallflower?
Perks Being a Wallflower, not that good at all.
not she wasn't that great, but the guy Daniel Radcliffe has a new movie coming out,
And he does an excellent
He has
job
a
of that.
great
Yeah.
one. Like he obviously has like a dialect coach or something that
Yeah,
he like practices
for sure.
on the daily.
I straight up cannot think of an American actor that has to do an English accent.
V for Vendetta, Natalie Portman.
There we go. That's a good one. Very good example.
I was about to say, but that girl's just amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's incredible.
Can't remember how she spoke in that movie.
it's because she did an English accent so well. Dude.
But yeah, she.
American Hustle, Amy Adams. But
Yeah.
that was supposed to be a fake English accent. So
Yeah,
she,
so I don't really-
kind of got leeway there.
Yeah,
on how
yeah.
good it
That's
was
where I'm
supposed to
like, I was.
I mean, it was a solid English accent. Like sometimes I forgot that she wasn't supposed to be English, and when she was being like speaking with an American accent, I was just like, it kind of threw me off for a
But
second.
at the same time, who are we to judge English accents?
Yeah, I'm also.
None of us have been to
I've lived in
England.
Texas my entire life.
None of us have been to England. I went once when I was 4. Have you been to England?
Nope.
You've been. Oh, okay.
Nope.
You've been to Europe, so I was.
Yeah.
I went once when I was 4. Doesn't mean I remember shit. My grandma that I never ever talked to has a British accent, but I never ever talked to her. So like,
We're the guys who are freaked out when we hear accents from Minnesota.
that is crazy. That's out of this world.
I was
dude.
about to say,
was, dude.
I actually have a guy who's from Wisconsin, and every time like he'll be talking, and every time it just throws me off a little bit. But it's cool. It's cool to actually hear that because I mean you don't hear it very often, but when you hear it in like real life and not just on screen, you're just like, whoa, like people do actually talk like that.
You walked in when we were watching Fargo, right?
No, yeah, I watched
Yeah,
it.
he watched
Okay.
it with us.
That was throwing me for a loop.
It-
I was loving it.
But
if Kevin was here, he could be giving us some solid quotes right now.
but
Oh,
I was
Jesus.
just no, like you don't understand. I was like, is this a comedy or a drama? I was so confused. I like didn't know how to interpret it because their accents were so fucking crazy.
But
to me.
you just
I was
didn't
like,
know-
what the fuck is going on?
I was about to say,
I
you
was
should have
a little
known the directors, though. You should have known who it was, the Coen brothers.
Yeah.
That would have helped you
I
understand.
found that out later. I was like, okay, so it's supposed to be just kind of a little off,
Yeah,
like a little
yes.
like
Off,
yeah.
yeah.
But I didn't know that, so I was just like,
You were off. And
I was tripped out, dude. I was just like,
In the beginning of that movie, I was just like, why did this movie get such good ratings? And by the end, I was just like, okay, that was a good movie.
it was
good
a
movie.
really odd, different roller
Yeah,
coaster.
it
It was
was.
like a abnormal roller coaster.
that's a good movie. I love the stuff they do.
I think it like did a good job of, you know how some movies can be too Hollywood to the fact it's like boom explosions, like just overly dramatic. I think why that movie was kind of off is because it was so like
Subtle.
so subtle and so like almost you're watching real life, you know, because it's just nothing too extreme ever happens, and it's just
I was
like,
about to say, and there's no like extremely like good looking actors in it.
exactly that
I
just
mean, Steve Buscemi's in the movie, and he's not known. He's known for being an ugly son of a bitch.
he gets
dude.
described in the movie
He's-
to being
he's just
one of
a
the
real
weirdest
looking-
guys I've ever seen.
He's just a really weird looking guy.
One of the weirdest guys
Steve
I've
Buscemi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, dude. It's a great
Dude,
movie.
have you guys looked up Steve Buscemi's? Like,
Is that the one where
Pull it
they're
up.
okay?
Pull it
Is
up.
that the one where they're talking about like they just take all his eyes and put them on different celebrities?
Yes.
Oh my god,
Yes.
it's so funny.
I think I've heard of you guys snickering about that, but I've never actually
Is,
seen Steve Buscemi's.
is Ray Liotta the main character in Goodfellas? Is he like the guy that plays the Italian, but he has like the really blue eyes or something like that, or gray or
I'm
something?
not good with names.
I was about to say, I'm
Ray
not.
Liotta. I feel like
Matt.
Matt would know.
Matt.
He's busy.
It's alright.
Oh yes.
Please,
We're
everyone,
now looking up Steve Buscemi.
please do this with
Dude,
us
go to
if
the
you're-
Tumblr. Go back. Go back. Just click on that Tumblr link.
I'll link this. Whenever
This
I
is
upload
chicks
it.
with Steve Buscemi's. I can't even look at this.
Dude, if you look at the names too, you're like, that's a fucking beautiful person. Kate Middleton?
Is that
No, that's gotta be a guy.
Steve Buscemi with Lane
John-
John Lane eyes. Bristol Bay. Like we could just this
Adele,
could be a terrible
dude.
podcast
Oh,
right now.
God.
So
Oh no.
I'll click on the link in the description and you can see what we're looking at because it's fucking ridiculous.
His eyes are just so bad.
Christina Ricci, dude.
it literally makes like if I
Someone-
saw anyone with Steve Buscemi's, I'd be like,
I'm
so
sorry.
and so started doing heroin.
I was about to say,
Dude, I tried to do the apps.facebook.com, but I guess it's like taken down or something.
That
Because I
was
tried to get a picture of me with Steve Buscemi.
that was pretty great. That was pretty great.
Hey, who's Ray Liotta? Matt.
Ray Liotta, he was in like Goodfellas and stuff, right?
okay, yeah.
Hey, Matt, who's Mel?
Some girl.
Come on. He's sharing his screen with us. Don't invade privacy.
Yes, he is who I thought he was. Never mind. We're
Yeah. He's,
Yeah.
he's
I-
kind of
I-
an asshole in every single movie.
good. I asked if he was the main guy from Goodfellas, and he is the main guy.
Was
from
he in
Goodfellas.
The Mask
He might have been in the Mask, I don't know.
with Jim Carrey?
Or are you talking about the other mask?
No, the first Mask. Well, if he wasn't, then it's okay. But I just want to know.
But yeah, I don't like his face is one of those faces that just kind of piss me off.
If he,
Yeah, well, I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
because
no,
he's that
yeah, of
guy in
course.
every
I
single
think he
thing.
was the bad guy in The Mask. I'm telling you. Let's see here. Come
What
on,
year did that come
come
out?
on.
I'm not seeing many
no,
impressive
dude.
titles other than
Damn
Goodfellas.
it.
He did his character in Goodfellas perfectly,
I'm wrong.
but other than that,
Goodfellas is such a good movie.
I'm not seeing.
It's such a good movie.
It is. I need to rewatch that
Did anyone else like The Mask when they were younger?
a lot.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was Peter Green.
Dude, where's Jim Carrey
yours.
been?
He's
click on-
been doing stuff.
He was
but
at the
he's been
Golden
kinda
Globes
weird.
I
for
was
like
gonna
an
say-
introduction.
Yeah, he was.
The last thing I've ever heard him do was Kick-Ass 2,
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean that was recent.
Oh
That
yeah.
was a good movie.
Anchorman 2.
He was in
I
Anchorman.
can't remember what did he do in Kick-Ass 2.
He was
one of the
Colonel
main
Stars
guys,
and Stripes.
yeah.
He's like the guy that like.
led the superhero party.
Did I not? I did watch Kick-Ass 2, but I don't remember. I must have been
He was a big part of it.
Yeah, he's.
I must have
He
been
was like the army guy.
really tired.
Gotcha.
Apparently, I read something that he's not going to do any serious roles anymore. He's just sticking to comedy because,
Jim Carrey?
yeah, he likes to send out only good messages.
What, like, did Eternal Sunshine? Was that just like...
I think that was like, I think ever since he did Eternal Sunshine, everyone's been expecting him to like.
Oh, dude,
do
Yes
another-
Man, and I
Well,
love
And then he
he
did
did, like,
another
the number
23, which was really serious.
I never watched that. Is that good?
I don't know. I never watched it.
I never watched it. I heard it was like half and half rating.
He was a comical character in I Love You, Philip Morris, which was
I love
50,
that.
50 comical movie, you know what I
dude,
mean?
but
Yeah.
that movie made me cry. Like I was
Did
just
it?
like, yeah, dude. There were some sad moments when, like, whenever
was
Ewan McGregor thought he was dead and stuff.
Yeah, but it would be definitely listed under a comedy for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
it was
If
a good,
American Hustle and Wolf of Wall Street are comedies,
Yeah.
that's way
That's
more of a comedy than
definitely-
those.
I love that movie though. I love you.
That-
Did you
yeah,
did
it was
you
a
guys
good
see
movie.
like the when he got Best Actor for Comedy in the Golden Globes?
Yeah.
He Leonardo DiCaprio goes up
yeah.
there. He's like, I'd like to
Fake my.
thank you
fellow
for
comedians.
yeah. He's like, I'd like to thank my fellow comedians Christian Bale,
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Oh, because her was also listed as
Yeah.
comedy.
I don't
Like,
understand that category, dude.
It's,
Best,
and
Best
Golden
Actor,
Globes.
comedy,
Golden
or
Globes.
musical.
or musical, and then you're just like,
What?
are any of these comedies a musical? Like,
I mean, there's some funny parts.
okay, Wolf of Wall
but-
Street, I understand, but when you're like, well, like we said before, when we're saying, hey, dude, I got a great comedy you should watch, you're not gonna say Wolf of Wall Street.
Here's another thing.
No,
too.
you're gonna think
Notice
of
that.
like Superbad.
Exactly.
Notice
Pineapple
that the Golden
Express.
exactly, and that means that like when you're putting them up against Wolf of Wall Street and stuff, those movies are totally discounted.
They
You
just
can't get an award.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though comedy, like, who doesn't fucking love Superbad or Pineapple Express? Like,
I mean, even
they
Hangover.
deserve
the
an
first
occasional award here and there. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like some
just
little,
best,
some sort
best
of
comedy. If
Yeah.
best like animated picture gets an award, like
yeah, like Frozen.
right,
Or,
it's not
like,
the best movie.
notice that there's Best Picture comedy or musical, Best Picture drama. There's like no action, which is okay. I think that just says what action is. It's never supposed to be a
It's not
movie
supposed to be the
deserving
best
awards.
movie you've ever
Although
seen.
there is occasional ones that you're like, I mean, come on, like the Bourne movies, like you're like, that's a great fucking movie. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's a different kind of action.
Like,
would you put that as like a drama? I mean, where would it go in?
I feel like
drama,
that would still be
musical
an action.
comedy?
It would still
movie,
be
but
an
it'd be
action.
action drama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it has a multiple categories.
but then that just kicks it out of the category even more. You know, like
Yeah.
You know what pisses me off about animated is like other than that one time, Spirited Away one, it's fucking a
Always.
Disney or Pixar movie, which is okay with.
Does Disney own Pixar? It's the same thing.
They do-
Disney owns Pixar now, at ever since Toy Story 1.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
bought them after Toy Story 1.
Yeah.
Great
But
fucking movie.
when Pixar comes out with just strictly Pixar movies, they're always great.
Well,
I feel like when Disney gets involved,
Yeah.
it's fucking it up.
yeah, like
I was bored one night in Colorado, watched The Lone Ranger. Fucking sucked. Don't watch
I
it.
heard it's up.
Johnny Depp is wasting
That was-
his fucking time. with these stupid Disney roles. He should have dropped it after Pirates of the Caribbean, maybe 2. I might give him 2.
That was like the one movie, I don't know, it was John something, like he ended up getting transported to like an alien planet. And
The Lone Ranger?
No, another movie that Disney did that would have been, if Lone Ranger wasn't done by Disney and done by somebody else, it probably would have been really good because it wasn't made for kids. And the other movie, I think it was John something, but he's transported to like an alien planet and he ends up saving the planet because he's like super strong because they have less gravity. So he's able to like jump really far. Crazy and very cool concept. And there was some stuff, but if it would have showed him like actually like killing and fighting the aliens, it would have made it like that much better, and it would have like I would have enjoyed the movie a little more because it wasn't so kiddish.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Matt, were you trying to say something? I recognize my pogo and I apologize. And I'm working on it still.
The new animated movie list this year. Another Miyazaki film is
that how you
actually
spell it?
What-
nominated.
Which one's his?
The Wind Rises. It hasn't even come out yet.
You guys should watch the subbed version.
It hasn't come out in America.
Kevin really wants to wait till the English version comes out, and I understand that.
No.
But if you two, because you watch
I
anime a
love
lot, you
anime.
should watch the subbed version.
Wait, of a Hayao Miyazaki
Of course.
though?
Yeah.
But he always does a good job of getting good voice acting.
I understand, but there's no point to wait if I can watch it.
But I'm saying, like, watching House Movie Castle and see, what's his name play,
Christian Bale.
No, not but. Didn't he play Hal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great too. Who played Calcifer? Who played him?
I don't remember.
Oh my god, he's one of the most...
I'm sure they're great, right? And I'm sure they're good. But you gotta understand that he is Japanese. And
I know.
he probably, if he's as like as much of an artist as people say he is, I don't have much of an opinion because I haven't watched enough. But it's made to be Japanese. You know what I mean? Like, imagine you're a fucking artist. You make this masterpiece, and you want it to be in Japanese, and you want to do the best you can. So you hire like the best Japanese actors, and you do the best you can. It's still, you made that movie for English, though.
I get it.
Wouldn't you want people to watch it in English?
Yes.
Oh, it was Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah, Billy Crystal's amazing.
I don't know who that is.
Billy Crystal, you do.
Billy Crystal,
you know who
dude.
Billy Crystal.
He made okay.
Look at his-
You would
his
probably
face.
know him from
Monsters, Inc.
Monsters Inc. He's
Mike
Mike Wazowski.
Oh, Mike Wazowski.
And a ton of other movies.
I think
dude.
he's hosted the Oscars the most times out of anybody ever.
Okay.
Apparently.
Wow.
He's a big deal.
Yeah, he's.
And just
Click-
hearing
click
him
that
play
face. Let me see
Calcifer
that
was
face
great,
big.
dude.
I don't think you would know his face.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. His
He's a voice actor.
face.
Oh,
He's
it's a voice actor.
Well, recently he's a voice actor. He's more like he was bigger when he was younger. But yeah, he kind of blew up again with Mike Wazowski. But he's a comedian. Like he's more of a stand-up
Right.
guy.
Yeah.
On Saturday Night Live a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, you probably wouldn't recognize his face.
But you're right. I would watch it. I'd watched it in subbed, and then I would go if I liked the movie enough. I would go back and watch it in dubbed. Just to see the voice actors.
If I rewatch something I'm really into, like Naruto or something, you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind watching them in English. But as I'm watching them as they come out, I want to watch them in Japanese because it helps me, like a subconscious part of my brain, immediately understand the context. This is made in Japan for Japanese people. I'm watching it here in America. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of like even subconscious to the artist that's creating it all, there's a lot of background there. Like
There is.
historical, they grew up in that country and all that, and that's all influenced them and how they perceive things, you know what I mean? And so hearing Japanese voices, it makes you, like, subconsciously affects you in understanding that the
Yeah.
context of the art or the piece or whatever.
And we, like, different countries perceive emotions different ways.
That's what culture is.
And
that's what a culture is.
I was about to say that's why I like to watch it, because in Naruto, we've talked about this before. There's sometimes when they're just like they just said something really intense in like the Japanese version, and they're like really fucking pissed off, and then the English version, he just was just like, "Oh, I'm angry," and then he's just like, "Ugh," and it's just like, it just took so much away from it.
Not to mention
I've seen it happen. a
whatever
lot,
they
too.
do when they like dub something versus sub it. I mean, the subs are normally, I guess, translated more literally.
Yeah.
So some of their like expressions are not expressions we're familiar with, but like when you watch Fairy Tale,
Yeah.
you hear the same thing a lot, so you realize it's an expression. And I've Googled the expressions to get like the full background on it and understand what it means and stuff. And it kind of like takes away from like the comical aspects of fairy tale and stuff when I'm watching it in English.
Yeah.
A lot of it is
'Cause
like
you
I'm
don't
just like I
understand.
liked it in Japanese
Yeah.
way better.
And
Like,
You're getting involved with the culture.
Right.
Okay, so right now I'm I'm watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
in Japanese.
I'm
Well,
watching.
I'm
it
interested in that.
I'm
I would
watching
like
it
to. I
in
watched it in English. Okay.
So should I watch
That's
it in
one of the
Japanese?
best dubbed animes I've ever seen.
It really is.
So-
It's good. That
I
was
watched it in
good
English. So I
either
don't
way.
even know. I want to watch it in Japanese. now.
I'm
I've
sure
watched
it's great.
parts in
That's
Japanese.
that's one of those ones where it's like I think a lot of people watches it dubbed.
See,
Yeah.
They do such a good
I had
job
to
on
turn
it.
the subtitles off though because the subtitles
Don't
are
match up.
completely.
Yeah.
They
Right.
do not match up at all.
That's the thing.
But it's basically saying the same thing, but
In different way.
words.
I've had to do that too.
And so, like, I had to turn the subtitles off on my Apple TV when I was watching it.
I've never watched it.
I watched the
subbed
second half.
either.
I watched the second half sub.
That's right, because I had already started half of it with dubbed, and I don't like switching. I like either starting with one or the other, you know?
Mhm.
So I waited for the rest of the dubbed ones to come
How
out.
much time do we got on this?
We're 40 minutes so far.
Oh, okay, that's good. I thought we were like at an hour.
I was
Why
about
do
to
we
say,
end up
we
going
could
so
wrap it
long
up.
all the time? We don't have to.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay, we can
Let's all wrap it up with
Because-
what we want to win.
Yeah,
Our
what
favorite
do you
Oscar.
guys want to win on
Best
Oscars?
Picture.
Best
Best
picture
Picture.
on the Oscars.
Caleb, what do you want to win?
It's definitely for me
You can pull
as
it
a viewer and not going too deep into it because then I don't want to get too just like pick this or that or out of these.
Your pick,
Her
go.
or Wolf of Wall Street. I'm gonna go with her because, in my opinion, her is revolutional.
There you go.
And The Wolf of Wall Street was a fucking great movie, but her is revolutional.
Daniel.
I'm stuck between those movies too. If I'm being honest with myself, I'm gonna go with her. Or, I'm so indecisive.
Pick.
But you already picked her.
Her.
You already picked her.
I was about to say I'm stuck between the same two. I'm going the same route. Her.
See, I'm stuck between the same two, but I'm going to go the other way. And I'm going to say The Wolf of Wall Street. Because I think that's more of an Oscar. I think that's the one that's going to win over her.
If it did win, I wouldn't be disappointed.
Yeah,
Actors,
same.
Joaquin and Leo. I'm going Leo all the way.
I'm
Leo.
going Leo.
Leo all the way.
Leo.
He
Leo.
fucking killed
Leo.
it.
Leo.
Because
Leo.
Leo and, both Leo and Jonah Hill both got.
Dude, I hope Jonah Hill wins supporting
If
so
Jonah
bad.
Hill wins, I will
But my
That would be
guy
to the
Aspen.
Academy.
I was about to
I'll
say
pray for the
if both of them win together though,
Oh my god.
That'd be the craziest shit ever.
they would just be like, yes.
Yeah.
I
I
want to
just-
hear Leo's Oscar speech.
No,
too.
I want to see Jonah's Oscar speech.
Me too.
They should just do it together.
Yeah, dude.
and they both win just together.
For favorite supporting actor and actor, I want them to win.
Okay.
Straight up. Wrap it
I
up.
was about to
Wrap
say,
it up.
but yeah, you guys let us know who you think should win, what movie you think should win. Just give us
leave it in the
feedback.
comments.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on. Talk to us here. We're trying to make this a
And
community.
if you want to ask us questions, we'll save questions and we'll answer them at the end next time.
Please give us something to talk about because we just fucking ramble about
Yeah.
pointless shit.
I was about to say, again, thank you guys for listening. Words are fucking hard. We're out of here.
Later.
Wait.